Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 105. This is where I'm viewing the 891st episode of the 94th episode of the anime, He'll Come, The Legend of Ace of Wano, and the 949th chapter of the manga, Mummy. This one adapts, basically, from the manga, pages 2 to 19 of chapter 911, and pages 3 to 7 of chapter 912. This one picks up exactly where last week's episode, Luffy just talking to Tama briefly, basically he asked like why call her Big Bro because he saved life. Okay. Then he basically takes time, apparently off screen, to of course she does explain like how she got into a whole mess of basically being of those two guys from Kaido Pirates. Yeah, because she said something, she gets captured, and yeah. And then of course he transports the Sunny to a cave. Now, they don't show how he transports the cave. He probably just used basically his arms. Could have done it. And of course, he searches the ship. This is actually not from the manga. This is completely original to the anime. Searches for food, of course. And of course, Tama takes it back to her place. Cooks some rice. Eats it. And of course, he also comments that basically the face kind of smells a little bit dirty. She's like, that's a little impolite. Of course, he eats food. He's like, can I have seconds? Like, of course, she's like, no, I don't have any more. It's like, okay. Like, I was only joking. It's like, you're a bad layer. And of course, apparently she gets hungry, so she just goes out to a river and starts drinking. Yeah, it's later explained in the episode, explained by her master, that this water is actually poisonous. Yes. Explained by Kaido, that this guy, his name is Haku, this is his first appearance in the anime. Hatamaro. Yeah. Apparently, Kaido has basically poisoned the area. Yes, he poisoned the rivers with his liquids. So if a little girl is basically poisoned with his liquids. They explain about the whole thing of the fact that apparently 4 years prior to basically present day, that X Drake basically eviscerated an entire village. Probably because he felt like it. They don't explain the reason why he did in the anime. And then, like, after a couple years, then Ace stopped by. He basically got shipwrecked with all of his food. He's like, everyone's like, he enjoyed it. And of course, he and Tama became fast friends. Now, they mentioned she's currently 8. So that means when she first met Ace, she was 6 years old. And this is, of course, he's telling the story to Luffy after Luffy tells her that Ace is dead. Does not tell in this episode that Ace died in Marineford 2 years prior to this. Though in actuality, it's been like a lot longer than that since Marineford. Yeah, which is Ace like, you mean Portuguese D Ace? It's like, yeah, he's dead. Of course, it doesn't explain in the episode that he's Ace's brother. It doesn't explain a little bit later. And let's see. After a lot of explaining, like what happened, and of course becoming best friends. And then the episode ends with Basil Hawkins basically with his men searching for those two guys that got beat up last episode. That's the episode ends. Now, next week's episode is going to be a filler episode. Yes, that's what I'm definitely looking forward to. Why? Because it's the return of Boa Hancock. First time since Return of Sabaody, you see her in regular animation. First time you see her in non-stock footage. Though this is a filler episode, this is the first time she and Luffy have seen each other since Return of Sabaody back in season 15. It's season 20. It's been a long time since they've been seen together. And I'm definitely looking forward to this one. This overall was a good episode. So basically, for next 2 weeks, we're having a 2-part setup for the film Stampede, which is coming out in a couple weeks. Excuse me. Next up, we have the 949th chapter of the manga, Mummy. First, you have this only cover page featuring the Straw Hats basically going swimming. You have Luffy and Robin on top of a gorilla. Nami in the water. Brook basically just playing his shark guitar. Chopper is, of course, with a life preserver. Zoro just basically laying in the water. Usopp is basically diving into it, and Sanji is just playing with fish. It's a great cover image. I kind of wish they had Kara to this, and oh yeah, Frankie is just leaning against the wall, just basically just doing something. But yeah, I got thinking, okay, where's Kara in this image? I mean, she probably could part of the crew. Okay, chapter picks up where last chapter lets off. Yeah, last week for some reason there was no new chapter last week. As far as I know, it didn't say at the end of last chapter that was going to take a 1 week break. Nope, it did not say it at all. Just like no chapter last week. Nope. And then we have Luffy basically being up by the prisoners, who basically are fighting him. He spends the whole chapter fighting this. We see Captain Kidd basically with Killer, and he basically beats him up. And of course, then we infect the people with the mummy, and of course, Queen infects you with a mummy virus. Turns you with the freaking mummies. Yeah. And of course, you have all these people basically working with Luffy. I know Chopper's in this chapter. Yeah, Chopper surprisingly is in this chapter. Yeah, he's the only straw hat aside from Luffy in this chapter. Of course, it goes to the people who are affected. Over on power. That was wake. All your slaves wake up already. Yeah, and ask him like, who cares if I'm an outsider? Outsider is not allowed to protect this country. It was like, huh? I made a promise to my friend Tama in Kara who gave me food. I'll tell to make sure no one will have to worry about food in this country ever again. Of course, a brief flashback of her, basically, of, well, beginning of this thing. And, of course, is Rahela Oda, like, something right? We're here to defeat Kaido. It makes no sense possible standing in the way. Because, will you follow us? Or Kaido? So you being serious? There's a chance. Yeah, then, of course, that's when Queen unleashes his stupid virus. Well, Queen goes basically nuts and goes after Luffy. And of course he gets defeated. And of course the old man thanks Kinemon for giving him a powerful ally. And of course everybody agrees. It's 8 days before the final battle without the enemy's knowledge. Udon has been conquered. That's how the chapter ends. It's a pretty good chapter. Nice progression. I think kind of feels like we're getting toward the beginning of the end of this particular arc. And this arc is going on now for 41 chapters. I'm definitely looking forward to continue more to this. Yeah, I don't think this one will last. Now, from what I can tell for this particular arc, I don't think that Oda is going to have this thing stretch out for as long as, let's say, the last major arc of the series, Whole Cake. Yeah, that went on for 78 chapters. This is only going on for 41. So, 8 days. So, it could have gone on for... Here's my personal theory of how long more this arc might last for. Probably will last for about 20 more chapters before it ends. Yeah, it's my guess. Probably about 20 chapters. I mean, overall, looking at the anime so far, they've only got to about just like... They've already adapted the first 3 chapters. They're all completely done with that. And they're about partway through chapter 912, which is the 4th chapter of this arc. Yep. And yeah, that's particularly it for this. Oh, this chapter I give basically a 9 out of 10. Nice progression forward, okay? So yeah, I can't wait for next week's episode. The Return of Boa Hancock. Awesome! Okay, so that's it for this particular review. Now I was basically, I was curious like what kind of story they can use to set up Stampede, and this gets me interested. I should also point out that this is going to be the first filler episode One Piece has had since the end of Season 18. Yes, this is the first time in 2 years the series has had a filler episode. I don't mind this at all. The last one didn't set a movie, that one they just did because they felt like it. Yep, so yeah. That's it for this particular review. My next thing I'm going to do next will be a movie review, and after that will be 2 videos today, and that will be it. Okay? Produce the next video. Bye.